everybody, I'm Gene. I'm a graphic designer and I'm an illustrator. I've been working in the business for about 15 years now. And today we're going to melt some crayons. I'm going to show you a couple of cool techniques that you can use just to experiment a little bit and to add something new to your artwork. So let's jump right in and get started. And as always, normal household items. So one of the interesting things that's been going around a little bit lately is melted crayon art. Now, I'm going to show you how this works a little bit. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this red right here and just peel a little bit off because I'm going to be cutting the shavings a little bit to show you one of the quick techniques. And then I'm going to show you another technique that's actually quite popular right now. And we're going to do it all in the next couple minutes. So the first thing is, if you have a couple crayons, I would actually maybe recommend a cheese grater for this and use the thick side of the cheese grater. But you can, just cut a little shavings off here and there, almost as though you're sharpening the crayon. Okay, so you have a couple of shavings, and the reason that this works is because crayons are principally made of wax, and wax has a very low melting point. Let's go ahead and grab some blue here. Here we go. Just cut a couple strips off, just shavings, little shavings. It doesn't have to be a lot, and arrange them however you want. If you're really hardcore about this, you can have, just a little cup of shavings, and you can just put it wherever you want and get really creative with it. But I just want to show you the principle. I'm going to put these shavings together, and then I'm going to take this hairdryer. Now, this is going to be kind of interesting because the hairdryer blows out a lot of air. So what you want to do is when you have the shavings where you want them, kind of just press them down a little bit. And I know this is going to be counterintuitive because your fingers are going to pick some of them up. So maybe press them down with like a spatula, or you can even use your scissors as I'm using here, because you want them to be stuck to the paper to a degree. Otherwise, you're just going to have shavings going anywhere. And no matter what you do, we're going to have shavings going anywhere anyway. But this is just one of the ways that you can keep the things exactly where you want them. And I'm going to leave a couple here loose so you can see. Now I'm going to turn on my hairdryer. And before I do that, you're not going to be able to hear me in a second. So before I do that, what you want to do is whatever the high setting is for your hairdryer, turn it on that and let it get hot. So turn it on and let it go for a couple of seconds before you actually put it on the shaving, because that'll help the shavings melt a lot faster. So okay, here we go. So as you can see, a lot of the shavings kind of blew away there, but the ones that were left turned into a liquid that we could then blow across the paper. Now, I'll show you real quick another thing that people are doing on the internet. Take a bunch of crayons, and you can take hundreds of crayons and line them however you want. I'm going to take these 3 right here. Make it 4. What the heck? Take these 4 right here, and what you want to do is glue them to the paper. Now, I don't really have time for glue to dry, so I'm just going to duct tape these to the paper. Plus, if you've watched my videos, you know that I am all about using lots of duct tape and everything. And I'm actually going to separate these out. You can put them closer together, and maybe I'll do that. I'll make a little M shape. Okay, I'm going to duct tape these to the paper. And then I'm going to turn the dryer on, and I'm going to tilt this a little so you can see it a little better, and also so the wax drips down. There we go. And watch what happens when I turn a really hot hairdryer onto this now. Anyway, as you can see, you can get some really interesting designs and you can get really creative with this. As you move the hairdryer across the paper, you can actually push this wax across the paper, so it makes some interesting splatters, so you can make the drips go along. Because the hairdryer is partially working because it's hot, but it's partially working because it's blowing air and forcing it down. As you can see, all the splatters that just happened all over our paper. So there you go. There's a new interesting technique that you can use for melted crayon designs. One of the things that you're going to want to do here is, and I probably should have said this beforehand, but put a towel down, or better yet, just some plastic, like go to the store and get a plastic tablecloth, like one of the disposable ones, and put that down. But I mean, really, if you have kids and you've been doing some crafting with them for a while, this is probably a rule you already know, but it's particularly useful when we're splattering hot wax everywhere. And it doesn't really get hot, so don't let that scare you. But anyway, I hope you guys learned something new, and I hope you had some fun. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.